Upbeat. I'm Maddie Rever, and these are my co-hosts, Taylor Hansen and Cameron Hussein.
Thanks for joining us on this beautiful Friday afternoon.
We're not mornings anymore. Yeah. Okay, well, with coronavirus comes health officials telling us the best practices to avoid getting sick, of course.
Yeah, and BuzzFeed came up with 9 ways that we can avoid touching our faces.
I know my mom will be happy about these. She's always on me for health stuff. So.
Well, the list was kind of funny. Wearing a scarf was one of them, which I can't say I necessarily connect with. I don't wear scarves. It's getting kind of warm outside, so that's kind of a funny one. Bitter nail polish, I thought, was another funny one. Yeah. I don't know that people are necessarily putting their hands in their mouths. Yeah, I get touching your face, but in your mouth, maybe if you have
to stop biting nails.
Yes, I am. Get a fidget spinner.
I do have one.
You do have one.
Yeah, so I need to pull that out and start using
Bring
that.
Bring it to the newsroom.
Ah, that's great.
Make it a competition, so counting how many times you do it a day and trying to have the lowest number.
That's so funny.
And then of course wearing a reminder on your hands. So putting a marker, a mark on your hands wearing gloves, which I mean.
Writes in Sharpie, don't touch face.
Yeah. There's a lot of things you could be doing, so just hands away.
Yeah.
Keep them away.
Cool. Definitely we'll keep that in mind. So you guys, March is not national, but Women's History Month.
Yes.
And so did you guys see that post by Time Magazine?
It was so influential. I felt very moved by it.
I love that they're doing this for the women the past 100 years.
Yeah, they're celebrating the 100-year anniversary of suffrage. And so they've featured a woman every year. And this first one is Coco Chanel.
Which she did huge things for fashion, even today.
And Frida Kahlo, Mexican painter, known for her self-portraits. And she also survived a tragic accident. I remember my teacher in high school telling me about that, so shout out Miss Martinez.
Shout out Miss Martinez.
And to you, who cured malaria, which is a huge deal, so that's great.
We're big fans of her. We like her. My next one is Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So Ruth is just my idol in so many ways, but she just made it possible for women to be able to have access to so many things.
Yeah.
And she's just my girl. And she went through, and she taught at Rutgers, which is where most of my family
go.
is right now.
Fun. And then J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter, of
all
course.
The Potterheads.
Yeah. Oh man, she's so influential for all those Harry Potter fans.
And then one that was really, really interesting was just the 3 women that started the Black Lives Matter movement. So we have a lot of really influential people in this. I mean, there's hundreds. There's literally 100 of them. So those are just kind of
some samples.
That's awesome.
Skin on the surface.
Well, next season's Bachelor was announced on Good Morning America on Monday. So in case you missed it, take a look at this. Claire Crawley! Awesome, and so here you can see that Claire Crawley is the next Bachelorette, and lots of discussion has happened about this because she's 38 years old, and the average of the women on The Bachelor right now is 25.
The average age.
That's a big age difference.
Yeah, and so a lot of people are talking about, what the age of the guys will be, or if this is right for her. I don't know, what do you guys think?
I don't know, this is the first season of The Bachelor I've watched, but I have been overwhelmed by how much pettiness there is between all the women. Everyone's just fighting. Even when the girls tell all Tammy came on, I was like,
well, and that could be because of age, right?
Right. So maybe having an older age group will allow for better content.
Yeah, and I remember in 2014 when she was 32 and on The Bachelor with Juan Pablo.
Yeah.
So we'll look forward to that.
Okay, well, in other drama, even here in Provo, as many of you know, there is a lot of news coming out of this area regarding BYU students and the LGBTQ community.
Wednesday, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saint education system released a letter explaining the recent honor code changes made 2 weeks ago.
The letter stated that taking the word homosexuality out of the honor code does not mean homosexual behavior is allowed on campus. Later that day, there was a protest. Take a look.
Go lesbians!
The protest took place on campus at BYU at Brigham Square. About 200 students gathered to voice their frustrations about the letter and miscommunication from the Honor Code office and the university. Rachel Smith, who was at the protest, joins me now. Rachel, you're an openly queer student here on campus, and you were also in attendance at that protest. Can you kind of tell us what the protest was about and what happened there?
Yeah, so I think a lot of the protest was just to voice frustrations from the LGBTQ community. There was a lot of miscommunication. People heard different things about whether queer students were allowed to date, show affection. So I think it was just to express that frustration and also show everybody that, we don't want to be erased, and it really did heavily impact our lives.
And I'm sure it was very emotional, and I know these past couple weeks have been emotional. And can you kind of tell us about how these past 2 weeks have been for you in those events?
Yeah, absolutely. So I can't speak for the whole LGBTQ community, but personally, it has been a roller coaster. We were all really excited when the homosexual behavior was removed, feeling that it was now a safe place for us to be open and out for who we are. And then it just, when that was taken away, it kind of felt like the rug was taken out from under us a little bit. So.
And so one of the first questions I have is, can you explain to people who may be wondering why someone of the LGBTQ would want to, that community would want to come to somewhere that has an honor code like BYU's?
Yeah, so I think a lot of it is that, when you sign the honor code, you're 17, 18 years old. And if you think about the ages 17 to 24, there's a lot of personal progression that comes with that and a lot of personal development and self-understanding. So I think most people sign it with full intention to follow it and really want to and are excited to be here at BYU. But things change, and unfortunately, when you're in it, it makes it a little bit difficult to just transfer out.
Yeah, and I know there's been a lot of confusion and things like that have made it difficult. And one of the things that keeps popping up are students are saying, if you don't want to follow it, just transfer. Why is it so much harder than just that?
Yeah, so there's some complications with that. A lot of credits are hard to transfer out of BYU. A lot of the core curriculum is different, doesn't exactly align with other universities. They also don't award associate degrees, which can be an easy way after you finish your GEs to transfer to another school and get those credits to count. But they're unfortunately not awarded here.
And do you know where in this area that LGBTQ students can get help, or just anyone in that community can get help?
Yeah, so there are several sources and resources that can help. One of them is InCircle, the InCircle House here in Provo. That's a great resource. They have events all the time. Another one is the Out Foundation, has a lot of good articles and information about being a queer student here at BYU. So those are some good resources that people can go to.
And I know there is also the Queer Meals as well, right?
Yes, Queer Meals. It's an organization, a nonprofit that provides food for different individuals and just a safe space to hang out here in Provo.
That's awesome. Rachel, thank you so much for coming on and talking about this. It's a very important topic right now, and so we appreciate you coming on and talking and sharing your thoughts.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks, Rachel.
Thanks, guys. Well, a few years ago, cookie delivery businesses started popping up everywhere. Crumbl was one of those. They started in 2017 in Logan, and the cookies quickly rose to the top with their wide variety of flavors and really fast delivery service. So today I'm here with one of Crumbl's masterminds, Christy Peterson. Christy, thanks for joining us today.
I'm so excited to be here and to bring you cookies.
Yeah, we love the cookies. So Crumbl, we're just tell us kind of why there's a weekly menu. I mean, you have so many different cookies. Why a weekly menu?
Well, we always serve our original warm chocolate chip cookie and then our chilled sugar cookie, but we always want to mix it up. I think that's what really sets us apart is that we change 4 cookies out every single week. So you get 4 new ones. So we can sometimes bring back the old good ones that people love, and then we can introduce some new cookies.
Yeah, so you have new cookies this week. What's your newest cookie this week?
Our newest cookie this week is dirt cake.
Okay.
So dirt cake, we'll go into that a little bit, but we also have the waffle cookie, right?
Yes.
So I don't know if people remember, but when Stranger Things come out, we're we have to have a waffle cookie. This sounds
People
amazing.
went crazy for it.
And it was so fun.
Okay, so we brought in the dirt cake cookie today.
Yes,
We're
the
gonna
dirt
decorate it.
Yes.
Please walk me through how a Crumbl mastermind decorates a cookie.
Perfect. So first we're gonna take this dark chocolate cookie and we rolled it in Oreo crumbs because the dirt cake is all about texture.
Totally.
Right? Completely about texture. So, and then we're gonna take this decadent fudge frosting,
Okay.
and I'm gonna teach you how to frost. So you're gonna first start in the middle,
Okay.
and you're gonna pipe a little dollop in the middle, and then you're just gonna make circles around your original
Oh, my cookie's moving.
dollop. Oh, just keep going.
Just keep going.
And then after we put some fudge frosting on top, we have this cocoa streusel that we make for it to make look like dirt.
Okay.
So we'll just cover up those
just
spots
sprinkle.
that we didn't make it as pretty.
My cookie that doesn't look super good.
And then we're just gonna sprinkle a couple Oreo crumbs on top, and then we'll take the little gummy worm, because you can't have a dirt cake cookie without a gummy worm, right? And you just place it right on top.
Oh, that looks so yummy. Okay, so Crumble offers like 4 new cookies every week, but they also offer delivery, and you now do catering. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, so we are always delivery. You can go to crumblecookies.com. We sometimes use DoorDash, sometimes our stores deliver straight from the store. And then catering. So catering, we offer these cute little mini versions. So here we have some mini chocolate chip cookies, and we do them for all the cookies. And there is a catering menu on the crumblecookies.com website.
Which is nice because they're small. Like I think a lot of
Yes.
people, maybe they go to these parties and they don't want an entire crumble cookie, but you can
Yes.
have this little tiny one, and then you can really feed to the masses.
Yeah,
Right?
so if you're trying to make a statement, bring a party box of cookies. If you're having a wedding or like even cute little kids parties, you can do the mini cookies.
Well, wonderful. So how can people find this? Where should we go? How do we get our cookies delivered to us?
So if you want to get them delivered, you can just go to crumblecookies.com. It's super easy. We also have an app. You can just download it. It's for Crumble. It's just really, really easy to use, and it helps you get it quickly to your house. And then you can go also to our Instagram. That's where you're going to find our new cookies. So every Sunday at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, we usually post our new cookies of the week.
Wonderful. Well, we'll look forward to it. Christy, thanks so much for joining us today. This is
thank
so
you.
yummy. We really appreciate it.
Man, Taylor, those cookies look so good.
I know.
I'm hungry now.
I'm definitely have to get some later.
Yeah.
The aerobics-inspired high fitness class is the latest exercise craze spreading across the nation. I'm giving you a look into one of these classes and talking about how it all started.
And spring is upon us, which means it is a great time to clean and redesign your home. Coming up, we'll show you this year's trends for home interiors.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere, and just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
Well, spring is almost here, and usually that means spring cleaning and rearranging your home. But today we focus on 2020 home trends. With us today is a very special guest, interior designer and my mom, Eve Davis. Eve honed her design skills in this building many years ago, and she has now had success across the country. Eve, last week, or a few weeks ago, geez, feels like forever ago, we went to market and we saw a lot. But first I want to start talking about the color trends we saw while we were there.
Great. I love color. It's my favorite thing to talk about, and blue is still the most popular color. It's the #1 specified color among interior designers. So blue's here to stay. I love it. I'm happy about that. Green is following closely behind. Green is actually the #2 specified color in wall paint right now. So color is a big deal right now. White walls that we've had over the last couple of years are turning into colorful walls, which is nice. This color here is what I'm most excited about. I call it cognac, but it can be buckskin or it's like a caramel color. And it's such a nice accent for the blues that we may already have in our home because they've been around for a while, or the up and coming greens. It's a great complement to literally almost any color palette will work with that color.
Right, but this texture is kind of different than these furs. So is this a texture
Yes.
specific for this pillow, or we can see it going into
Texture is
this
definitely
year?
going to be coming into play again this year. Last year we saw a lot of fur, and although we don't want to throw it away because we live in the mountains and it gets cold, so we like our fur throws. The linens are really coming into play this year. These Belgian linens have a lot of texture and this beautiful color and pattern that comes with these throws. They won't keep you super warm in the winter, but they'll look beautiful draped on your sofa for spring.
And maybe they don't have to be picture perfect because they're more bohemian.
Definitely. So if we want to talk about style, this bohemian chic is kind of coming into play, and it's so much more comfortable living just for family living or dorm living than our mid-century modern was, or even farmhouse modern. They were pretty rigid in how things fell and were placed, and with this bohemian chic, it's a much more livable and casual feeling.
Okay, so let's finish here by saying what we could maybe do to spice up our homes this year. If we don't have maybe a lot of time or money, what could we do to make our room feel different?
The best thing you can do is kind of strip away whatever accessories you have, pillows, blankets, any of that kind of thing. Work with what you already have, and especially in a dorm room where it's not your furniture, but you can literally go to almost any shop and find the colors of pillows that are in right now, add them with a couple of throws, and you really will feel like you have a new space. Maybe throw a piece of art that ties it all together.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on, for showing us these
Thanks
colors,
for having me.
the textures. I'm happy that the fur in our home isn't going anywhere.
Yes, it's not going anywhere.
That's my favorite. And excited to see where these woven baskets and the linen take us.
Thanks, Haley. Maddie, you're a homeowner.
I'm a homeowner.
You need to hire Eve. She
I
knows
do.
what she's talking about,
My
and
house
she can help you. Yeah.
looks nothing like those pictures.
Yeah.
No, you're totally right.
Yeah, and I need to up my dorm room. I just got my Steph Curry fat head up there,
Oh,
but
you did?
I need to get some
Those are
colors
important.
in. So.
Okay, well, getting in shape can be hard, but a new aerobic class has been inspired by just this difficulty. High Fitness is creating a fun way to work out.
Taylor Hansen met with one of the co-creators to find out what makes High Fitness so popular.
It's a dance party disguised as a fitness class. High Fitness is taking over the nation. It's become one of the most popular ways that people exercise. And I'm lucky enough to be right here with one of the co-founders, Emily Nelson, taking one of her High Fitness classes. Emily, thanks for having me today.
We're so excited to have you. We're going to get you nice and sweaty today.
Oh, great. I'm so excited. So for those who haven't taken a High Fitness class, what can they expect from one of these classes?
Yeah, so basically what we've done is we've taken old school aerobics and brought it back in a more fun, effective, safe, did I say fun?
Yes.
Fun way. So basically, if you took out all the kind of choreography, the simplified aerobics choreography, you would have squats and lunges and burpees and tuck jumps, all those things that are kind of in your basic fitness classes. But what we've taken it is we've put it in a formula, a kind of HIIT style formula where you take the heart rate, you spike it up with the cardio tracks, you bring it down with the toning tracks. So you're still getting that HIIT training, but it's all to fun music you know and love. So we take music from the 70s, the 80s, you know, the latest hit, the greatest, and so people don't even realize they're doing the workout.
Yeah.
And that's why, truly why it is so successful is that fun factor, and also that people are getting a killer workout.
Okay, awesome. And this is a great idea. Where did it start?
Yeah, so my business partner and I, Amber Zenas, she actually resides in Calgary, Canada. I lived there for 3 years and we met, and we had taken and taught hundreds of different fitness classes, formats. I mean, I've taught it all, from boot camps to TRX to spin to dance fitness, all of the above. And we said, why is nobody simplifying the choreography? They're all making it, you know, more dancey. We want to simplify it and make it more intense. So we wanted to create a workout that was as intense as it was fun.
Is that where high comes from?
Yes, so high the name, but it doesn't mean just high. Like, sometimes that scares people away. So yes, it is high intensity, but there's modifications. Every instructor shows modifications, so you can take it low, you can take it high. but it's safe and it's effective when used with good technique. And it's all your own body weight. So when you show up, you don't have to worry about grabbing equipment and all of that. But more than that, the workout, everything, we wanted to create a culture that was inclusive and fun. And you know, everyone's walked into those fitness classes where you're just like, I don't belong here.
Yeah, it's awkward.
Yeah, it's awkward. We just wanted a space where come as you are. You don't need to lose 10 pounds. You don't need to become in shape to come. Just show up, stand, immerse yourself in this, and just start moving. And everyone belongs. Everyone is welcome. Any shape, size, religion, race, all of that. We just want everybody to come and get a good workout and feel included.
Great. Well, I am so excited. Should we get this class started?
Let's do it.
Wow, Emily, that was probably one of the most fun workouts I've ever done.
I mean, look
I'm
at us.
so sweaty right now.
We look a little different than before, right?
Definitely, but where can you tell our audience where you can find more information?
Yeah, so you can search highfitness.com, so just HIGH fitness.com. You can search a class or a training or anything. Also on Instagram, hi.fitness. You'll see all the fun and the action.
Okay, awesome. Thanks so much, Emily, for having me. I'm already looking forward to my next class.
Yay, can't wait.
I want to go to one. Have
Yeah.
you been to one before?
I have, actually.
You've been to a high fitness
It was
class?
a lot harder than I thought it'd be.
Oh,
but it was a good
good.
workout.
You
Yeah.
were humbled.
Yeah, I was. Well, coming up, we've got a math mishap that caused a lot of drama.
We'll show you the tweet that made people bring out their calculators and question their own sanity.
You can beat the world, you can beat the war. You could talk to God, go banging on his door. You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock. You can move a mountain, you can break rocks. You can be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you can find yourself. Stand in the Hall of Fame. And the world's gonna know your name. And you'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame. Be a champion on the walls of the Hall of Fame. Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Yeah, yeah. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions. Standing in the Hall of Fame.
Well, news personality Brian Williams is trending, but not for a good reason.
Yeah, during an interview with Amara Gay of the New York Times, Williams pulled up a tweet with some awful math about Mike Bloomberg's campaign.
Here's a clip of the segment with the tweet that aired last night on MSNBC.
Let's put it up on the screen. When I read it tonight on social media, it kind of all became clear. Bloomberg spent $500 million on ads. U.S. population 327 million. Don't tell us if you're ahead of us on the math. He could have given each American $1 million and have had lunch money left over. It's an incredible way of putting it.
Okay, so if you haven't pulled out your calculators by now, some Twitter users did that for us. Ryan Saavedra did that for us. He actually did the math, and it turns out that it would only be $1.53 per person.
Wow.
So not even that much. Twitter's kind of roasting him. People are saying that they had to question if they were actually even doing their own math right and pull out a calculator because they had no idea if what was being said was true. And then this tweet's really funny. Apparently the M in MSNBC doesn't stand for math.
Well, he was just a little off.
Yeah, I questioned it. I was like, oh, oh yeah, like $1 million. But then I was like, no, it's probably like 1,000. And then I did the real math and I was like $1.53.
Wow.
What would you even spend with $1.53?
Well, I say I'd take that $1.53 and I'd browse through that little section in Target that everything's really cheap. That's where I take my money.
Yeah, that's a good place.
Yeah, I'd probably buy gum. I don't even know if you can get it for $1.53.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Not in this economy.
So, yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, that's a great way to spend your weekend. Go and spend $1.53 somewhere.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, if you need something to do this weekend, there's the International Women's Celebration at the Gateway Mall in Salt Lake City.
We also have UVU basketball versus Chicago State at the UCCU Center.
Tonight and the rest of this weekend, there's Disney on Ice shows at the Vivint Arena, and then also the Salt Lake Tribune is having their home and garden shows. So if you were inspired by Eve, you can keep going and learn more about how you can make your home look better. Well, as we've already seen, we had a lot of great cookies on set today.
So yummy.
I asked them to bring my favorite. They did. They brought the Chill Cookies and Cream Milkshake.
Oh.
That's your
all-time
favorite?
best one. Yes.
Ooh.
So let's show everyone. Here it is.
Oh man.
Very yummy. Take one. Let's take some bites. Let's let everyone
And
know
they made
how
these
good
special
it is.
for you.
They
Sweet
made
of
these
them.
specials for me. I
Okay.
know. I love
my
the
gosh.
cookies. All right,
Are we
take a bite.
cheersing?
Cheers.
Oh,
Cheers.
you don't want to cheers
Oh.
me? Okay, there we go.
Okay, this one came out just a few months ago, and I couldn't believe, like, I bit into it, and I was, like, thoroughly shocked. What is it? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Are you trying to chew?
Yeah, no, I like it. It's really good. It's also National Oreo Day, so they knew it.
I know, they knew.
Yeah, they're on top of their marketing.
Fitting.
So.
Perfect. It is delicious.
It is so good.
I'm sorry, it's not the flavor this week, right?
Yeah, but it'll come back.
It'll come back, and you'll
yeah.
have to try this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks so much for joining us today on Upbeat.
To see more of our content, check us out on Instagram at Upbeat Show.
Have a great weekend.
Keep eating it.
It's so good.
I know, they're so yummy.